Hey guys, welcome back to BoreDraw. It's a very special episode. It's episode number 15, and the set might look a little different. We've
Tell me about it. Yeah, tell me
nice
about
little collab with people called Podcast Rooms in southwest London.
Chiswick.
Yeah, Chiswick area. Lovely guys. So if you're ever in that area looking to do podcasting, check them out. We'll plug them at the end of the video again. We have some very special guests with us today. Some strange looking boys. Yeah. We got Gaffers, also known as Connor. And we got Tom, also known as Tom.
The footballing king.
The ball knowledge today is through the roof.
Yeah, it is kind of dangerous how much ball knowledge we have in this room.
You're going to experience some different levels of ball knowledge today.
Today, we are going to be running through our Premier League all-time 11s, and there is bound to be some terrible takes.
Don't look at me when you say that, man.
Tom's the reason we've got.
That's
the reason we got Tom on
fair.
today is exclusively terrible takes and good looks.
I'll take it.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
And then me?
Yeah, so this is Gaffers. Just cut Gaffers out completely. Yeah, this is Connor. He's a little bit sad today. He is currently recovering from a big defeat.
Yeah, you're a United boy.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really many words, really, is it? It's just
L's all over the gap.
The less we talk about that, the better today.
Same old, isn't it? Yeah.
I won't go full Mark Goldbridge on it and be like,
Manchester United. Nil.
So yeah, we're going to be running through our Premier League all-time 11s. We'll just get right into it. Why not? Going to start with Mr. Connor Gaffney.
We'll start in goal. We'll run through our goalkeepers.
Yeah.
So who you got in goal for your all-time?
Do you want to run us down your formation right now?
So the formation I've gone for, standard, 4-4-2.
Brexit football.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
So goalkeeper, as a United fan, there's only one decision. I have tried to be very
Impartial,
unbiased for this whole thing. I've limited myself to 3 United players.
I'm not very good at being unbiased, so you don't need to be.
Yeah,
just
that's
the
the thing.
team.
But I was trying. It was really hard, but there's only one choice, and it is Peter Schmeichel for me.
Big Pete.
Yeah, Big P. I mean, you could argue that there's.
Look at Tom shaking his head.
He's already
Tom shaking
Look at this
his
guy.
head.
Look at this dude.
He's fuming.
No, you could argue that there's sort of better players that have come in through recently, but. He's just a classic. It's when you say goalkeeper, you think of probably about 3 names.
Yeah, no, I agree. He'd be someone that would be in the conversation, not my conversation, but the general football conversation. He's around.
Yeah,
you can't really deny his importance to the goalkeeping role. He sort of did change it a lot when he broke through. Yeah,
Tom, who have you got in goal, mate?
See, I've gone for someone outside my
Tom
team
doesn't have a goalkeeper.
biased.
Tom's gone for a 4-4-3 formation outfield. No, carry on, mate. Carry on.
So I have gone for the mighty Petr Cech.
I'll back that. I've got Petr Cech in mine as well. Tom, put it there.
I think he's
I've also got Petr Cech in mind.
Hey!
Triple kill, boys. That's it.
Get out.
That's it. Gaffers, you're gone.
Yeah,
he
you're out.
Get out.
He was a reserve. He's
Nah.
in that
Helmet man all day, every
Yeah,
day.
mate.
Most clean sheets.
Yeah. Come on, man.
One
Just-
of the
it's
most
easy.
shots. He's just a baller.
I think, obviously, the time at Arsenal at the end slightly tainted his kind of overall legacy, because I think
That happens to everyone,
his
though.
first couple of seasons at Chelsea, they conceded like 16 goals. Imagine only conceding. Man United conceded 4 yesterday. Imagine a whole season conceding like 16. What's that about? So
Petr Cech could save the Titanic.
yeah, it's crazy. Him and I'm sure some of us, that there was an era of Chelsea dominance, and he was pretty
Crucial in that.
crucial.
Yeah,
in that,
mate.
100%.
I agree
Just an
totally.
icon of the Premier League. Just seeing him in that helmet, you know, it was game time.
My favourite thing is, do you know on FIFA career mode where you can like be Petr Cech and then you go into meetings and you're still wearing the helmet? That's so fucking jokes. So
Yeah,
jokes.
no, Petr Cech, what a legend.
Right, easy peasy, goalkeeper sorted.
Goalkeeper's the
Love to
most
see it.
boring role anyway. No one's talking
Yeah,
about that.
right, so defence, are we all playing like right back, left back, 2 centre backs?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
Because
we
you
are.
were flirting with
I
an
was
idea of
flirting
3
with
at
a 3 at the
and I
back
was
with my
about
right
to
back
chin
as
you.
a centre
Yeah.
back, but
Nah, right, so
I was
should we
bullied
start?
into this.
Connor.
We'll start with Tom. We'll start with Tom.
Yeah,
Tom,
right.
give us your right back, your left back, and your 2 centre backs.
Yeah, all of them.
All right, so I'll start with the left back. I think certainly, I reckon we've all picked the same Donny. I think it's Ashley Cole.
Very good.
Both
Yeah.
his time at Arsenal and, unfortunately, say Chelsea. He was a big fat baller.
More predominantly at Chelsea.
Yeah,
I would argue.
Yeah, more predominantly. He won more at Arsenal though.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got 7 FA Cups.
That's mad.
Is that fun?
It's,
that is
the
mental.
most.
That is
It's the
fuck.
most FA Cups that any player.
a joke.
has. Yeah,
He was like the perfect sort of balance between like he was quintessentially like one of the first modern day fullbacks, and his ability to be able to balance between attacking output and defensive capability was unreal. Yeah,
you know, if Ronaldo is calling you the hardest defender he's ever played against, you're a good player.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, you were a big
what was
problem.
it? It was
I
like
bring up that point.
yeah, the Euro 2004. Euros 2004.
Yeah,
he
that
had
is a good
Ronaldo
player.
on
Yeah,
toast.
yeah.
Mate. It was like you see some YouTube compilations of him against Ronaldo, and it's just crazy.
Absolutely
It's
crunching
insane.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
at every opportunity. You'd love to see it. See Aaron Hickey's tackle on Ronaldo yesterday.
Oh,
Bodied him into next week.
4-0 up as well.
I
at
swear
that
to God,
time.
yeah. I know we're not
So
talking about the
rude.
game.
So rude.
We're not talking about the game, but every Brentford player outmanned and outmuscled
Yeah, it
every
was
United
rude.
player.
It was
It was
rude.
like United players have just like hadn't eaten breakfast for like 4 days.
You would not. I think if you go into that game, you'd just be like,
I'm gonna clatter him.
they're already in the gutter. Let me just batter every single one of them.
Send them back to their
Anyway.
wives bruised. You know what I mean?
Hit me with the right back.
My right back, I've put in brackets on my notes here. I'm not too committed to this choice. I don't really.
Okay,
don't
so
really
if we
care.
grilled you on him, you wouldn't care.
No, you won't grill me on it because it's Gary Neville.
Yeah.
What?
That is-
Gary.
I mean, to be fair though, he is like pretty high up on pretty much everyone's.
Oh, he's so
I mean,
stinky.
he-
He's such like a. He was like a good player, but never just. He's like a 7 out of 10 every week.
That's what- yeah,
But he's not inspirational.
No,
No, but
he's
you
like
don't
the
need
opposite.
that.
So I'm
You
cu-
do.
I'm
You
No,
curious
but like
to
maybe
see what
maybe
you're
maybe in
gonna
the
You
do.
modern
want to be
game.
inspired? I actually
Maybe-
don't know what I picked.
Maybe in the modern game.
Oh no! Oh yeah, mine. Is he inspiring? He's
I
pretty
think
boring.
because you can
as well,
think of
actually.
more right backs in the
Right
modern
backs are
game.
just boring.
But like
people.
when United were that era of dominance, that decade, they didn't need like these bombardier and right backs and left backs because they had just had such quality across the field.
It is
it.
common knowledge though.
Solid
Nobody
defense.
grows up as a kid and wants to be Gary Neville as a player on the football pitch. That is dead.
Well, not many
What's the
people want
quote?
to be
Is
a
it
right
Paul
back.
Pogba who said,
do they?
But now everyone wants to be a right back.
no one
True.
grows
So
up
if Gary
on the
Neville
playground
wasn't
wanna be-
inspiring right back,
Graham Souness.
maybe he could have been the one to inspire a generation. But instead, it was Trent
Trent.
and Dem Man.
But also, where has inspiration come from in this
You
question?
want to be inspired by the people that are in your all-time best team of the year, or team
Yeah.
of the.
I think if
of
you're a
life.
right back, you'd be inspired by Gary Neville, but no one wants to be a right back.
Would you be inspired ever by Gary Neville?
I don't know about his results, about his professionalism.
Sorry,
about-
Gary. By his
I
professionalism.
agree with
My
Tom
bad.
there. I think you can't disagree.
Sorry, Tom.
on the
Oh,
fact
You're
that-
just going fishing, and I'm not catching.
Yeah,
I'm
I agree
fighting.
on the point of professionalism. I think
Yeah.
the way he conducts himself on the pitch, he's a sensible player
He's
as well.
He's a legend of the game.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a legend of the game. Centre backs, Tom, hit me.
I have gone for the mighty John Terry.
Yeah.
Even though he's a bit of a dodgy fella. He was
Dodgy
a good-
fella,
he
but
was
we
a
won't
good-
talk about that
Big
too
fat
much.
racist.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I was about to
that
say
was
we
a-
won't talk about that too much. But fucking Luke out of here.
Yeah.
I hate John Terry.
And because
Just
he is
tears, mate.
racist, I could centre back, so I've gone for Vidic.
Fucking hell!
We're saying about bad takes. What's going on there?
Well, you might have one for one episode, yeah. And he's trying to get us
We might-
cancelled.
We might have to get him off.
Oh no!
Get out of the fucking podcast
Oh,
room!
no.
Jesus Christ!
You wanted me here for these hot takes. But also, that was just a bit about Vidic just was my number one centre back.
Alright.
He's the best centre back. of
Swiftly
all
moving on,
in the Prem.
Gaffers. Can you talk to me about your left back, please?
Yeah. So my left back that I've gone for is Ashley Cole.
Yeah,
I mean
okay.
we won't say any more.
Nice.
On that, because I
Alright.
think everyone's got the same
Well,
one.
yeah, hit me
So-
with the right back.
I'll hit you with the right back. This is probably
If it's Gary Neville, I believe it.
It's not Gary Neville. It's this
Phil
is
Neville.
probably my
Here we go.
knowledge.
Phil Neville in the inverted right back role.
Fucking hell.
Oh God, this is probably my weirdest one. I think.
Yeah.
that I've chosen today. It's Lee Dixon from Arsenal.
Let's go!
I like that. I like that pick.
An
Dixon.
invincible,
A man of football culture.
He's
man-
an
a
up
man
and
who's
down,
won trophies
he's-
across
yeah,
3 decades
up and
of
down kind of fullback. He gets goals. I like Lee Dixon a lot, you know.
That's a
Yeah.
really good
I think,
pick.
you know,
He
I-
never
it's-
even occurred to me. I was thinking about
It's
Arsenal.
one of those ones
I
where
like
it's,
that.
it's,
I
it's
also
the back
liked,
four for Arsenal
Lauren.
at the time.
From Arsenal.
Yeah,
I
Lauren
was
was also
And
up there.
Emmanuel Eboué.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it was at that
Wow.
time. I mean, he's part of that back four with like Martin Keown, what's
Tony
his name?
Adams.
Tony Adams,
Yeah.
Mr. What's his name? Winterbottom.
Nigel
Winterburn.
Winterburn.
Nigel
Yeah,
Winterburn.
that's it. Yeah,
Mr. Winterbottom.
Nigel,
Yeah, that's
Mr.
it.
Winterbottom, please.
But no, I just think when Wenger came in, it
Yeah.
sort of pioneered. He sort of pioneered that move into sort of the attackers moving.
Yeah,
into
no,
a bit
I
more
like
of a-
Lee Dixon a lot.
I
you
mean,
know.
sorry, defenders moving into.
As far as shouts go, we've had a couple of waffly ones, but specifically you. But
What, my Gary Neville?
no, just everything you've said from the moment we've hit record has been shambles.
Absolutely diabolical.
So
We've agreed
shut
on
your-
2 of my 5 plays, and I haven't even heard yours yet, mate.
I can't wait for his
it's less
honourable
the players
mentions.
you're saying, just everything around the players. But anyway, hit me with the centre backs.
So centre backs, John Terry as well. I
Okay,
did
yeah,
go
very
with John
nice.
Terry. We
Have you got
won't say
John
anymore.
Terry in yours?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, because you said
He's
he was
a
a racist.
racist, bro.
Yeah, I
and
mean-
he's shit. No, he weren't shit, but
I've got
it's
John
better-
Terry in
it's
mine.
He's the
better.
highest
so I back
scoring
it.
defender for Chelsea.
I back it
as well.
He's got so many trophies. He's the leader literally throughout the entire
That's it. I mean, you
Chelsea
look at- you think
era of
captain
dominance. So I
for
agree.
Chelsea,
Yeah,
and you only think of John Terry as captain.
100%.
But,
100%.
my other
Do you know when he
centre-back-
done that? The penalty in the Champions League.
Oh, and fell over.
Wow.
Oh,
Elite.
slipped.
I remember QPR versus Chelsea, yeah, at Loftus Road. Hyder Helgson had him on toast, mate. Whoa. Mate, cooked.
My guy, it's like every episode finds a way to get QPR involved. We're talking about all-time Premier League 11s.
Premier League, mate.
They haven't
Wait
been in
till
the
you
Premier League
hear
for
it, mate. I've got Paddy Kenny. I've got bloody Adel Tarat.
Shut up. Who have you got
Cisse.
partner in John Terry?
Right. Okay. So it was really tough not to have either Rio Ferdinand or Vidic.
Yeah.
So I tried to scrap them out. 'cause
Go
I
for
said
Harry
on the
Magues.
frame,
Oh, bloody.
It's Vincent Kompany.
I like it.
I
I like
love
it.
that
I like
pick.
it.
I love
Vincent
that pick
Kompany.
so much.
He is. You look at him, and he's just so unbelievably powerful.
Yeah.
Mate,
He's
that
just
Thunder
all
Bastard
round.
versus
It's
Leicester.
unreal.
Oh,
Rude goal.
He's got
His
an-
head is massive.
It's disgusting.
his head is
yeah.
big.
Just
Him and
got-
Johnny Lescott, mate.
He's got the biggest head in football.
It's huge, but you think he's just solid. He's
Yeah,
just
nah.
an unbelievable centre back.
It's kind of like the equivalent of John Terry. Man City's era of dominance. He was the leader
Yeah,
for that.
It was just
It's just what I think John Terry's got over him, and what I think. Spoiler alert! I've got Rio Ferdinand in my back too.
You just keep spoiling yourself.
Oh, I mean, I'm going next anyway. But I've got John Terry and Rio.
Yeah.
And I think what Rio has over Vincent is Champions Leagues.
Definitely, it's
Well,
the trophies
one, but-
because you think about the players
Yeah.
that were around company at the time. I mean, who was it? Probably like Jolien Lescott. And
Yeah, Nicholas Otamendi.
Otamendi.
Yeah,
Like, you
some
know,
ropey
it's
dons.
not as great as what
Yeah.
it could be today. You think of company if he was in the team that's here today.
Yeah, 100%.
That'd be
Yeah.
unbelievable.
No, I think he is an outrageous Premier League centre back, and I'm not mad at that pick at all.
Yeah.
I really like that pick. I think it's a brilliant pick.
Appreciate that.
But I don't have him in my team, but it's a
Oh,
brilliant
I
pick.
thought you were like egging it as in.
Yeah,
like,
I was
you've
about
got
to
him in your
segue into
team.
my team. Nah,
Yeah.
Roz, hit me with your right back, left back, centre backs.
That was nice. I've got left back Ashley Cole. We've all got Ashley Cole, right?
Yep.
I've got
right
I
back.
actually got Gail Clichy.
Right back. This is rogue. No one said him yet. Cesar Azpilicueta.
God,
Oh,
blimey.
Aspi.
Yeah.
I like that pick.
I had this discussion with so I like a year ago. I was doing all-time Prem 11s with some uni mates, and he was in quite a lot of people's, and it got me, and he wasn't in mine, and then it got me thinking about him, and he's been in Chelsea's team for a long time. Won Champions League, Europa League, Club World Cup, Super Cup, Prems. He's won everything you can win as a player.
Yeah.
And he's
his
been there. He
versatility
gets
as well.
goals. He's versatile. He's played centre back, right wing back. Whenever Chelsea have that up and down situation, he's always there as a
consistent,
captain,
isn't he?
consistent.
Yeah.
He's got the consistency of Gary Neville,
But with a bit more techie.
the output of a Lee Dixon or I don't know, someone like
Nigel
that.
Winterbottom.
Or a Nigel Winterbottom.
yeah.
So yeah, I think maybe he goes under radar because he's still playing at the moment, and
He's not sparkly, you know what I mean?
now you could probably have him on toast pretty easy. But he's had his career.
I am very good.
But yeah, in his prime, I think he's one of the best right backs the Prem has ever had. And then I've said my centre backs are Rio and John. Probably not the two people you'd like to go out to the pub with. They're both probably a bit sus dons. But centre back wise, they won the Champions League. They won hella Prems between them.
Proven.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them.
Done well for England, didn't they?
Yeah, don't even. We'll do an
But
episode
we're
where we
talking
dive
Premier
into the
League, Premier League's
shambles
only.
of England back in the day.
I mean,
Yeah, the
it's
golden era.
just club rivalry.
I was going to
just too
say,
high.
I had a
All
really good point.
Sir
Actually.
Alex's
I
fault.
think the fact that we're like looking at Azpilicueta and saying it's a really good pick, it just proves like the sort of lack of really phenomenal right backs the Premier League's really seen.
Give
Like,
Trent his whole career.
I know.
I was
Like
about
now
to bring
we're
that up,
looking
actually.
at people like João Cancelo's playing left back, but in the right back role,
Even someone
he's
like Carl
brilliant.
Walker, I
Kyle
think give
Walker.
him a couple more years. If, say, City win the Champions League, he'll have the Champions League, all the Prems he's won at City. He'll be in the conversation
That's
easily.
really funny you
Big
said
time,
that because my right back is
Jeez!
Mr. Carl Walker.
Let's go! I like that.
Ex QPR player, 1 year alone.
Oh, shut up.
He's probably got Sterling in there because he once as a QPR.
I actually just remembered that.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, but yeah, Carl Walker. I don't think you can like really go against it.
Nah, not to our back it.
I think
back it.
the amount of stuff he's won trophies and thing.
Yeah.
Trophies and
Trophies.
things.
You know,
And
just trophies and
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I like that shout.
I
And
think-
you got Ashley Cole at left back, didn't you?
Yeah, Ashley Cole left back. I think Carl Walker though, like he like we've seen it for England as well. Plays up right centre back role. That's why I was flirting with the idea of going free at the back and I was just getting another midfielder in, but I was not allowed to do that.
No.
The bosses said no. But yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I run a
big
tight
time.
ship, Tom.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's. I mean, he's probably not the best attacking fullback in the league, or that we've seen.
Nah, there is better.
Early days, Kyle Walker was very attacking.
Yeah.
His pace is
And like he was brilliant at Spurs, and he was
different.
brilliant at. He's been brilliant at City, and I think he'll be brilliant for a few more years to come. And I think his what's the
so
term?
dependable.
Where it's like the ball goes in over the top. It's like the retracted runs or whatever. You know when he's like they play a through ball and he just beats the like the winger to the ball every time.
Yeah, his recovery pace is.
That's it. Recovery. Yeah, recovery is my guy.
My brain. Is,
Whoa.
my brain is like the size of Vincent Kompany's head. but
yeah, and then so I've got
I like
Ashley
it.
Cole left back. Nada to say about that, basically.
yeah, talk to me about your centre backs.
My centre backs, I have Mr. Nemanja Matic. No, Nemanja Vidic. Nemanja Vidic.
That's how dead that shout is. You just struggled to get it out.
Well,
He was like, "No, don't
well,
back it. You didn't back it enough, mate."
But yeah, Vidic, scary guy. Just like
He is a scary guy.
I was listening to another podcast, rival podcast, but they were saying
Did a bit of market research.
they were saying that like Vidic is the one guy who you would not want to leave a tackle when it's like a bad tackle on one of his teammates, because like the man will come for you and your family.
Yeah.
Like he just will. You'll John Wick it up,
Take it.
but like scarier,
Full on
like
Liam
terrible.
Neeson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no,
really scary guy.
I do like Vidic as a shout. I just think there's better ones, but I'm not angry about it. I'm not gonna get. My
I could have gone for like a Terry or a Ferdinand, but like I want to go a little bit different.
If you went for a Terry or a Ferdinand, you would have made a correct choice. But that's just
would
me.
I now?
That's just me. Right,
All right,
defense-
let me listen to my next choice.
Yeah. No, yeah, you haven't. I was fucking about to do you dirty there.
Mate. How has no one said this guy? Yeah,
Harry Maguire.
If you say Van Dijk,
mate,
don't say
the
Van
best
Dijk.
centre back the Premier League's ever seen.
No,
The best centre back the Premier League's ever seen.
The recency bias.
Perhaps
is
the best
disgusting.
centre back in the world. Perhaps.
Right now, yeah, maybe. But also, he's won one Premier League.
He
mate.
had one amazing season. Don't get me wrong; he was the best centre back in the world. But we're
You'd
talking
be like
about the
Gerrard
Premier
won
League.
no Premier Leagues.
He's not in my team.
Yeah, but he's still won the best of all time.
Not in my team.
in the Premier League.
No.
Yeah, but
mine.
at least he did it over many years.
Yeah.
Van Dijk has been at the top for a couple of years, but really only at the
No,
top
but-
of the top for
so-
1 year.
I've seen him play live a couple times, and every time you watch him, he is just different.
He is good. He is good.
very, very, very
And,
good.
like,
and
I
like,
agree.
if you put him in any, shut the fuck up, yeah. If you put him in any other team throughout history, he'd walk straight into their side.
Yeah, no, probably. But we're talking about Prem all-time 11s, what they've done, what as a player.
We never said that perimeter.
No, that is.
Because like we could just pick the best ever players to ever play in the Prem.
No, it's not, stat-wise, this is the best player, this is the best player, this is the best player. But you've got to have achieved, you've got to lead your team to glory on multiple fronts.
You've got to have a bit
Okay,
of
but so,
status
like,
What's he
about
done?
him.
He's won one Prem and one Champions League.
Within my centre back parents, yeah, I've got a guy who was for 8 years in the most dominant Man United team, right? For the best part of a decade, I think they won 5 titles in that time.
Yeah, I bet Vidic
And then-
over
and then-
Van Dijk as
Yeah,
a pick.
but and then Van Dijk's just got the flair. Vidic is the one that's going to put that crunching tackle in, break your legs, and not get sent off. And then I've got Van Dijk there to do the nice sexy little defending.
My G, you're waffling.
Yeah,
You're
man.
waffling.
All right.
I don't think he's
Do you
got,
back that pick?
Yeah, he's not got that status. I don't
Do you back
think
that pick,
he's not
Connor?
got that status.
Nah, he doesn't. Tom?
I don't back it, but I will say, using his logic, I'm going to copy that logic for my forwards.
He's changing it on the fly. You thinking
No,
it
like,
up.
so my forwards,
He's making full-on
I'm picking
substitutions.
my top striker is someone who didn't win anything at his club, but I think he's a top G.
I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah.
But we'll do midfielders first.
So,
yeah, how are we doing this?
You're
So,
doing the midfielders. You're just going to start.
I've just got 3 midfielders, so I'll just...
I've got 3, and you've got 4.
I've got 4.
And
Yeah,
you've
I've
got,
got 3.
3.
Okay, all right, I'll start with mine. In DM, the man, the myth, the legend, Patrick Vieira, mate.
So do I.
Best DM that ever graced the Premier League. I don't want to hear this conversation that Roy Keane is at his level. He's nowhere near.
What about Makelele?
Makelele, nowhere near. And also slightly different kind of player.
Yeah.
But for me, Patrick Vieira, at what he does, best player to ever grace the Prem.
I'll back it.
See, that's the thing. I actually agree with you.
That's my
about
boy.
that over, like Roy Keane. I think Roy Keane had that pure aggression and undeniably a terrifying person to play against.
Yeah.
But I think Vieira did have that sort of sense of a bit more class about him.
I think as a football player,
just a little bit more.
Vieira's so much better. As like a leader, they're probably on par. Maybe
Yeah.
Roy Keane.
But
maybe
even Roy
a
Keane
better
says now
leader,
that
but-
if Vieira and him got into a scrap, he would have Vieira would have boxed him out.
Well, Vieira, I reckon's got hands. I saw someone
Vieira's-
debate this.
Do
It
you
was
not see-
like,
do you not see him at the end of the Palace?
when he like
just
there was
decked
like
the fan?
there was a pitch invasion, and he just like took a fan out.
Mate,
But,
that's bosh. Done.
yeah, I think Vieira for me is like a non-negotiable.
I think he's pretty much a stalwart in every team. Anyone that knows any football knowledge, basically.
And so what I've done, my midfield, I've kind of thought of my team as like, if I was going to play with this team, it'd be nice. So I've got like a DM, regain possession, bit of a monster in Patrick. And then I've got a techie little magician and a geezer that's getting you goals, back and forth, a legend of the game. I'll go with the techie Don first. It's my boy Cesc Fabregas.
Oh.
I thought you
I'll
were
back it, I'll
actually
back
going to
it.
go
I've
David
got a
Silva
little
for a bit.
personal affinity because growing up watching Arsenal, he came into the team as I was in like formative years, and I was like, "This is the player I want to be when I play like 11-a-side. I want to be this techie little Latino centre mid." I was like, "That is literally me." But so I've got an affinity, and then it broke my heart when he left. But there's a lot of Arsenal fans that call him a snake and all that jazz, and like there is a little bit of a sour nature behind his Arsenal kind of link. But there's no denying, even when he came back to Chelsea, tore it up. He got like most assists for like 2 seasons. And honestly, just outrageous player. Won pretty much everything the game's got to offer as well.
He's now playing for an
Monza.
Italian... Is it Monza? I thought it was Como.
It might be Como. I know
Como 97.
Yeah, he's playing for like a
in
nice little...
Serie C or Serie
C,
B. Bro, their pitch is mad. The stadium is literally like on the edge of like this like bay. It's beautiful.
Like mad good. Or
Yeah.
mad,
And they've got Cesc. They've got Mark Bircham, a former QPR player. And then the general manager of like the club, not the team, he's Dennis Irwin.
Yeah.
Oh, my
really?
God.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, mad.
Nice.
How do you feel about Cesc Fabregas?
Do you know, it's mad. I don't actually have an opinion. I think it's just, it's what it is.
I prefer not to speak.
I prefer not to speak. But
If I speak, I'm in trouble.
genuinely, I think that's such like a calm shout. Because but that's the thing.
I think he
It's-
goes under the radar a lot,
Yeah,
but what
that's
he did in
thing.
the game was
It's a
different.
bit weird because he just didn't even cross my mind in the midfield. which-
Youngest player to ever debut for Arsenal. 60. Imagine being 16 years old and playing for, at that time, probably the best team in the league and probably the best team in the world, in my humble opinion. But like, you're playing in a centre mid with Patrick Vieira and Gilberto, who are like 2 world beaters,
Ballers.
and you're 16.
Yeah.
I'd shit the bed, mate.
That
So
is
like,
But you were
Yeah,
a techie
that's
Latino midfielder.
I wish I was that good, but yeah.
I
So
was speaking, like this is a bit of a segue,
yeah, hit me.
but like this is a topic for another day. We say that a lot, but it is.
Those other,
But like
other days,
the
don't never
Emirates
come.
era of Arsenal, there aren't like many players you can actually sit there and be like, that's a top like legendary player. That's an iconic player. But like
You look back to
there's a
Highbury.
difference between like legends. Obviously, the Invincibles team,
All
like,
legends.
back in the day as well, you got like just legends that will never be displaced. But like during the Emirates era, obviously Arsenal haven't seen that same success. But like
No, there's
players
probably
like,
like icons, but no legends.
yeah, maybe like, and Fabregas is definitely one of those.
Yeah,
100%.
like Santi Cazorla, I'd put him up there.
Yeah.
What man?
Alexis
Also,
Sanchez.
One of my favourite
Probably
players.
Alexis.
Probably
and then
Oba.
Oba, maybe Ozil, but like it's one of those. It's one of those.
Yeah, but Mesut was good for you.
yeah, 100%.
Like,
I'll
do you know what I
back
mean?
it. I'll back it. But yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, they're not legends. They're
So yeah,
icons.
your midfield, carry on.
So partnering Vieira and Cesc is Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it's kind of like the Roy Keane and Vieira debate.
For Gerrard and
It's similar to the Lampard and Gerrard debate. For me, Lampard, better player, better goal scorer, did more. And if I wanted one of them in my team, it's Frank Lampard.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
just,
completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing else to say.
yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, your midfield,
Royce, you're bloody perfect.
Wow. Do you want to give him
Vieira.
a kiss?
Cesc,
Vieira,
And
Cesc and Fab.
big Frankie
Frank,
Lamps.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Rate that.
I
You
like
just
those
got
two
one
Arsenal
up
players.
by the person in my midfield,
Oh, let's go. That segue was rude. Yeah.
Mr. Steven Gerrard. But he is in my midfield. But I'm gonna start from the back. Let me just double check who I got because it's been a
He's got
while.
like a little wacky formation as well.
Oh,
He's
this
playing
mad
4-3-1-2 or something.
Yeah, man, we're moving different.
We out here. We out here.
Oh no, I've lost it. But yeah, so my midfield is. It's really good. This, hold on.
So you got Steven Gerrard.
Yeah,
Why
I've
have
got
you got
Gerrard.
Steven
Hold on. Right, Vieira, DM. Just we have.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anymore. Vieira DM.
Yeah.
Then partnering Vieira, not partnering, playing ahead of Vieira and like a more of a. I kind of want him to play as a 10, but there's no way because it doesn't work on my team. But I've got Steven Gerrard, maybe it's like a more progressive 8. But his best time in his career was when he was playing that 10 role. He's like a shadow striker, which is what Man United should be doing with Donny van de Beek right now.
Yeah.
But when Gerrard, he would hit like double digits every season and playing in that role.
I think that's why Frank Lampard is so good. He had that role for longer and arguably did it better.
Yeah, I mean...
Because Frank Lampard, his goals and assists...
It's crazy for a midfielder.
Stupid for a midfielder.
I feel like you could probably argue that he played in a better team as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But like when I watched Gerrard play, it was just magical, bro. And like...
He felt the magic.
Mate, just anytime...
Istanbul was magical.
Yeah, but
that was
But like there's a few players that when they get the ball in the middle of the park, everyone stands up.
Yeah.
Like, and you feel it as well. Like your hairs rise on your arms. It's weird.
No matter what
Can't
team
say
you
I was
support.
there because I've never been to a Liverpool game.
That was it. It doesn't matter what team you support. No matter who you are, everyone rates like Gerrard.
Yeah,
I do rate him.
I like his
can't not.
personality as well. I think he's like a... Not that I don't like Frank's personality, but, you know... My mate Frank. But yeah, no, I've got Stevie G in there. Yeah, just so hoping he scores a thunder bastard here and there.
Vieira, Stevie G, and who?
Yeah. Toure. Shut up, man. Yeah, no, I've got Yaya Toure. Just a machine. Could you imagine playing against midfield with Vieira and Toure in it?
Yeah, it would be
And
rough.
Toure's got a +1 anyway.
It's so rough. Arsenal was so close to getting Yaya Toure, and like that would have been
Just
like rude.
He was elite. The season he scored 20 goals for City in the Premier League.
I remember whenever he used to get a free kick, he'd just score it every single time.
And, bro,
I was like, how are you scoring
There
free
was
kicks?
seasons where he would just run through the middle of the pitch,
He was a twisted guy.
and no one could even get near him. He was so quick and so fast and so technical for such a big guy. He was just a brute.
He
but
would
wasn't.
100% be in my honourable mentions.
Yeah,
for people
just
that
He's in
like
mine, yeah.
genuinely,
Good player.
like one of my favourite midfielders of all
like
time.
worst nightmare if you're like an opposition player. If you just see Yaya,
All I remember is that
fucking,
iconic
this is gonna be a
clip of
long
him
day.
training, like warming up before the game. He smacks the ball and hits a little girl in the head, man. Poor girl, man. She's probably got some serious problems now. Like gets smacked in the head by fucking.
talking about
Yaya
serious
Toure.
problems, Tom.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished, man.
Now you were.
you're done.
Nah, but yeah.
Cutaway.
And he's also left a curse on City, which is fucking
He's
hilarious.
he's given City bad judge.
Yeah. All right.
That's the one.
Let's move on to
Tom.
the finalissimo.
All right, for me,
What are you waffling on about?
I don't know, man.
forget that guy. Let's
He's
get
had
to the
one
proper
stellar, and that's
opinions.
it. One stellar, and that's it.
For me, I'm going 3-man midfield, and I'm just picking my 3 favourites, to be honest. I'm not going for what would be chemistry on the field. I'm just going for the top boys.
We don't need that, Kem. It's
And
okay.
there is 2 staple people. They should be up for no debate. That's
Fred and McTominay.
yeah. Those are honourable mentions. But no, Gerrard and Lampard.
You're both of them.
Both of them.
We're going to ignore the fact that they couldn't work together in England. This is just Premier League. Just they are
Vibes.
sick. Yeah, vibes.
Yeah.
So we don't need to say more. You two already discussed it. And then I did.
Why say it like that? You already discussed it.
No, he did good. Well, you
I
don't
that
rinse
normally,
him, man.
mate. I said
Hello,
that.
Tom.
I'm just loving it, bro.
Jesus.
I'm loving the
I'm about
vibes.
to walk out.
Yeah,
here,
nah,
you
I'll tune in
influence.
for you.
And
Dash him.
I was about to say, Luke, you had a very good pick with Yaya.
And then you ruined it by fucking being a cunt.
I had him in this morning, and then last minute change. I was going to go for a full English team, and so I replaced him with Wayne Rooney in the
Rooney
cam
back in the
position.
old Rooney.
Yeah.
Well, I say old Rooney. He's a lot older when he dropped back.
There is no
Really?
defending going on in that team at all.
Like I said,
really
I'm not going for
You're
what would
going
be best on the
straight
pitch.
Cam Rooney.
You know,
that is a road
Jesus.
you know when you're like 10-year-old brother wants to play career mode and they just sign all the big
Yeah.
players. They got Ronaldo playing like left
not
back.
want
Cam
Rooney up
Rooney,
front.
yeah.
If you asked me to pick an all-time best 11, what would work as a team, I'd pick different players. But you asked me to pick my top players.
Yeah.
I'm just putting them
But
in.
you're just putting him in there because you want to get him in there.
Just
and
the name. Just
Yeah,
to get him
yeah.
in.
No, because I think he's
In
an
that
absolute
position, though.
legend. But that's the thing.
Yeah, but in that
he's
position,
versatile,
exactly
though.
that, exactly that,
He's
exactly that.
versatile, though, so you can do whatever you want with him.
I agree.
Yeah.
He didn't.
I mean-
he wouldn't be like shit. But why? I don't know about that, Tom. I allow it because your ball knowledge is sus.
How on earth is this even like a criticism that I picked
well,
Wayne
that's
Rooney to go into my team?
Not at all.
At
It's not
centre
at
mid,
all.
though.
As a cam.
Mate, he's playing a 4-3-3 with an attack midfielder.
Yeah. He's
With
playing
the-
4-1-2-1-2 diamond formation.
Yeah, but he's got Gerrard and Lampard defending the back line.
Yeah, you can see about 19 a game.
You're done.
Yeah, like I said, I
You might as well
told
be
you,
the Man
I
United
told
manager.
you my parameters
Tom
for
is
picking
just
my
vibes,
team.
though. He is
Yeah.
just vibes.
Yeah.
I told you my parameters, so don't get
On
pissy
TikTok, we'll
about
have a
it.
clip. My centre mid is Wayne Rooney. Next. Gaffers, hit me with your
He's
players.
talking about his Derby days.
I feel mine are a bit out there. So
I like that. I like that.
I'll start with
you don't.
the first one.
Better than fucking Wayne Rooney instead of it.
Just wait till he fucking when you're here.
Yeah, to be fair, one of them,
Oh,
one or two
mate.
of them might be a bit. But I'll start with the most obvious one. I did have Steven Gerrard as well.
Lovely.
Like, I
Nice.
think he's just one of the most complete players.
So you'd pick Stevie G over Lampard?
Over Lampard, to be honest. I mean, he's a Liverpool legend.
I think it's close.
I think there is
close.
definitely a debate to be had.
Yeah,
There-
100%.
there is no right answer.
The debate for that, yeah, exactly. There is no right or wrong. Whereas the Vieira, Roy Keane, there is a right or wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, maybe.
Carry on.
I'll take back my point earlier.
Uh-oh.
No, but yeah, Stevie G. So I'll start from one coming a bit out of left field, but he's on the right.
Oh, very nice.
This is a bit of a rogue one because I feel it might be a bit of a cop out as well.
Now we on it.
That was quintessential Conor Gaffney.
Oh yeah, it's Iron Robin.
For what?
Oh, mate.
What?
Iron. Yeah, that's why I said it's a bit of a cop out because arguably he had his days in the Bundesliga.
Iron Robin. He probably didn't even know he played for Chelsea.
I did know he played for Chelsea because I love Iron Robin, but he's not in this conversation. I'm sorry.
No, that is a wobbly pick.
You're
You
mocking me
cannot-
more for Rooney than he did.
Yeah,
in
no,
Iron
Connor,
Robin.
I'm going to have to go for your ankles right now. Please explain why Iron Robin is in that team.
Alright, big reason, and this is the worst
notes
reason.
up.
He had hair when he
Yeah.
played in the Premier
I know.
League. He's had no hair for his whole life.
I mean, yeah, arguably like injuries probably held him back during the Prem era, but it just seeing him like work on the ball, it's just amazing dribbling, long shot. He can cut in.
Yeah.
When you watch him cut in,
Him and
like,
Idaho Johnson
lethal,
was a nice little
lethal.
like link up.
But
Yeah.
the main reason is he was sick on FIFA.
Oh,
I
mate.
noticed that quite hard.
Let's go.
Just always cutting in. Like
Yeah.
there is no game plan. It's literally just cutting and
Finesse
shoot.
on the left
But his
foot.
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
shots were lethal. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
No.
His
No, he, do
dribbling
you know what?
and his
He was a
speed
really
as
good
well.
player, but
On a wing,
his best days
like,
weren't the Premier League.
Yeah, they were not.
Genuinely,
That's why I said it's.
I think that might be the most rogue pick today.
Really.
100%.
You haven't heard my
By
strikers. man.
far.
Genuinely, there's no way it
there's no
beats
way.
Iron Robin.
Yeah.
That is
Because I've got-
so rogue. Jesus.
I've got one more. I'll save him till last because it's
Okay.
the one that I'm most passionate
Hit me with
about.
some normal
So,
people
yeah,
talk.
normal people. It is a bit controversial, but on the left, I've got Ryan Giggs.
Giggsy.
Yeah,
Giggsy.
yeah,
I mean,
that's fine.
Give it
you know,
Giggsy end of season.
I'll talk
I'll let
about
you
him
have that.
purely as a footballer. I mean, you know,
Yeah, he's a
as
fucking
human,
scumbag in real life. But
Terrible
like, that-
person.
terrible person. But I
the
mean,
assists and
consistency. He's one of the most
Consistency,
consistent
longevity,
United players,
numbers.
Everything. Just
he's got most assists in Prem history.
yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
It's, yeah. It's
So is that the only Welsh player in our Premier League 11s?
I mean, I'd never have Gaza Bale in there, but I think Gareth Bale is probably in the conversation for like.
I should have Gareth Bale as my left back.
He'd be in the conversation as like, if there was no positions
late
and it was
now.
like, let's give you 20 Prem players ever that are like world beaters, Gareth Bale will probably be in there.
Be in the top three.
I agree with that.
But yeah, on Giggsy, why is he in your team?
Yeah, Giggsy. I mean, it's sad to say, but he's a United legend.
Yeah,
Like, that's the
100%.
thing. I mean, he's class of '92.
Yeah, he's been there,
one of those
what, got to
players
be
that
there
I've
for
just
like
watched
20
throughout my
years plus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
crazy.
watched throughout like my entire life, like supporting United.
Yeah, 100%.
He's just a mainstay in that team.
Yeah.
and you know,
And his numbers are crazy.
You can't escape him. Like you just can't. I don't want to bring him up too much because it's
Scumbag,
yeah,
but
yeah, you know,
who
but
cares?
just purely footballing reasons.
Yeah,
it's just,
most assists in Prem history. That is.
I mean, yeah.
that's,
that is a mad stat.
that is a mad stat.
I almost don't believe it.
I'll stop believing.
yeah. I mean,
Tom, you didn't watch football until about
No,
5 years
yeah,
ago.
From what I've watched of Ryan Giggs, I was never that impressed.
He's another one of those players. He's not like
He's a
He's not
workhorse.
sparkly, is
he's
he?
not like you never confuse him for a Brazilian player. He
It's
hasn't
like-
got
it's
like
like- say
he hasn't
that
got
as a quitter,
tech,
but he's
Yeah.
got
but
that
he's
intelligence.
so effective and his football IQ
intelligence
is through the roof.
Well, that's what Man United had as well. They like during that time. They would like, every player was just the most effective player in that position.
Yeah,
that was
they,
it, yeah.
like, they didn't. You have to be the most sparkly. I'm using that word a lot today, sparkly.
Sparkly.
But they didn't have to be the most sparkly player or like the most techie or like you say Brazilian flary player. They just did what they had to do,
Yeah,
and that's why they won.
Nah,
was it.
Giggsy
Like, yeah.
is
And Giggsy was
very solid
perhaps
shout.
that, yeah.
Very solid
But
shout.
We'll get on to my last pick, and this one is he's my favourite player of all time. It's Ji-sung Park.
Let's go!
It is Ji-sung
Kind of
Park.
so rogue.
Oh, yeah, I'm not being
I
funny.
love
Yeah,
it.
Rio Ferdinand, Ji-sung Park, Carl Walker. We got all the QPR legends in here.
Genuinely.
Ji-sung Park's a
I did,
baller.
I did that one for Luke. 3 Lung Park, mate. His work ethic
Yeah,
is unbelievable.
Ji-sung Park's
He's
outrageous player.
He's the most
Park,
dependable player
wherever you-
United, I think, has ever had.
Can't see that anymore, can you?
I don't like. He rated him like so much.
Such a good
You
player.
need him in any clutch moment. Like, he will come on and he will do the job.
I remember whenever Arsenal used to play United and Ji-Sung Park was on pitch,
Mate,
he'd just rinse
I'm
everyone.
sorry to bring it up, but I'm going for a bit of a hard time now. So
Rinse me. I'm here.
I need to bring back the 8-2.
Yeah,
I need to
hit
bring
me.
that back.
Yeah, he tore it up.
But he unbelievable. And also,
That squad
what
was so
it?
bad as well, the
It was
lineup.
2010 against AC Milan, round of 16. Those two legs, he had Pirlo
On ropes.
Didn't he
Pirlo,
like man mark
embarrassed
Messi in the
him.
game as well? And
Well,
just
no,
absolutely,
Yeah, he dominated him.
No, there was one game where Rio, I watched the Filthy Fellas podcast,
Yeah.
and he was like, Sir Alex was like post game. So it was a game in the final where Messi just ran the show and United got slapped by Barcelona. Sir Alex, after the game, was like, even if I put Ji-Sung Park on Messi, I don't know if it made a difference because Messi balled out so hard. But yeah, I think the plan normally is put Ji-Sung Park on the best player in the pitch, and Ji-Sung Park
That was
will
it.
just mark him
It's
out of the
just
game.
moments that he just had where he just completely changed the game, came in like last minute. He's so unbelievably dependable.
He went and got a business degree at my uni while I was there.
Yeah,
Did
man.
he?
It's great.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Man like Ji-Sung.
Yeah,
And Christian Fuchs as well.
That's dead. Who
He-
cares?
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even know who he is.
He actually doesn't. Leicester fullback.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah, Ji-Sung Park.
He knows
No,
that now.
he didn't know.
I
He
didn't know
knows
he was
that
a
now.
fullback.
He knows that
I
now.
knew he was
Yeah.
the defender at Leicester. I didn't know what
Ji-Sung,
position.
you know what? That is a solid
I
shout.
really like that.
Yeah, I like that
He's
as a
my
shout.
favourite player of all time. Just
Yeah.
for
Do
United.
you know what, I found it really
just
hard. Like,
unbelievable.
there's a lot of like central midfielder players that are like just elite in the Premier League.
Yeah. Well, I think
like,
that's why I've
found
got
it really
Cesc
hard
Fabregas
about like
in
left
mind.
and right.
You have an
Like,
affinity for
left
that
winger,
player.
like left like midfielder role. It's kind of hard to pick.
And that's the thing. He like Ji-Sung Park is also he's a massive role model. I mean, you look at like a lot of players from South Korea, like Son, for example. He paved the way in the Premier League for players like him. I mean, even like you know,
You don't get many Asian
That's
players
the
in
thing.
the
He's the
Prem.
first Asian player
Yeah.
to win both the Premier League and the Champions League.
yeah.
Ever. So I mean, just in terms
Poor
of
Son's not going to
representation-
get anywhere near those, is he? While he's
Where-
at Tottenham.
While he's there, maybe not. But I mean,
Big
just
L.
in pure terms of like an idol to have as
Yeah,
well.
nah, Ji-Sung,
for a lot of
what a man.
players like over in South Korea or even in Asia. you
It's
know,
crazy the fan base.
Yeah.
Like I think Tottenham, like it's like something like 60% of Korea support Tottenham because of Son.
It's nuts.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it's
numbers,
crazy, yeah.
The numbers are crazy.
Yeah.
Like I remember if you play in FM, yeah, you just sign a player from an Asian country, so like Korea or somewhere like that.
Your sponsorship
and your
goes
sponsorship and your
nuts, yeah,
shirt
goes
sales and
nuts,
everything.
yeah.
Pump the money into your low league clubs, man. They
Yeah.
love it, man.
100%.
They
Is that
love
all
it.
the midfield's done?
That is all our midfield's done.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Gosh,
crazy.
forward time.
What we'll do when we finish, though, we'll just run through our team again, and
Yeah.
then we can violate Tom a bit
Violet,
Best
Tom.
and worst.
Yeah. Arjen Robin, no, that fucking.
I don't have the worst team here. I'm sorry, I don't.
more. Tom, you don't
What?
have defenders in your midfield.
Yeah, your team isn't
My
like bad in the
defense
sense.
is so sick. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, forwards. Should we start on you, Luke? Hit me with your forwards.
My forwards, I have gone. So
You got a weird formation.
My formation is a bit weird. It's a bit of a FIFA formation, just to fit all these players in. But it was the only way I could make it work. Like you say, Gaffers has. You've got Rooney in the cam. I've got Rooney as like a deep line centre forward. So like,
Yeah, like a
almost
centre forward,
a
yeah.
cam, almost like a false nine. I know he wasn't a false nine, but he could play it 100%.
Play it, yeah.
And then Wayne Rooney, just a legend of the game. Like
Yeah.
England's star boy. Like I didn't violate you, Tom.
No. We're violating
don't-
you because you've got him. You've shoehorned him into centre mid.
He's just said he's shoehorning him into a position he didn't play.
No, but he
Centre
could
forward.
No, but
That's
he
fine.
could play centre forward.
He could play Cam in his prime. How can you say he can play this position he never played, but I can't?
Those ankles are gone.
Gone. Gone. But yeah, Wayne Rooney, just unbelievable player. That just legendary England player.
Outrageous player. We should do an episode where we watch Wayne Rooney's skill score.
Oh,
'cause
Wayne Rooney's
that
skill
was the
score.
best TV show.
Not quite as good as Michael Owen's skills school.
Yeah, Michael Owen needs to get in the bin.
Good job, he's 13.
No, he's really interesting though. Like really, really interesting.
Daughter's fit, though.
And then my
That's why he's here. That's why he's here. His daughter's fit though. Jesus Christ.
Jesus,
What's her
man.
name? Gemma.
Yeah.
Hi, Gemma. If you're listening, if this gets tweeted to you.
Oh, that's going right on TikTok. And we'll at her and we'll see what happens. Right,
Yeah.
Luke, who you got partnering?
Back to football, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Are we done? Are we done, Tom? Can we go back to
Tom's
football?
just putting out some.
Bro, I'm trying to get you viral.
Ah, okay, man.
Think long term.
Trying to get us a boohoo deal.
Three Little Liars. That's why I got
Three
connections.
little liars.
Is that not
Pretty
what's
Little
called?
Thing.
That's the one.
That's a
That's
TV
a show,
Yeah,
isn't
man,
it?
that's a show. That's a show.
This is fucking your waffle machine.
Yeah, Jesus. I thought we were bad.
Yeah, right. Who you got partnering Wazza?
So Wayne Rooney deep
Yeah.
on the left. Actually, I'm gonna go with my right first. My right.
Because you know you got.
My right, because I think like everyone's gonna have the guy on my left. The right striker, Mr. Alan Shearer. Was it 260 goals?
Most goals ever.
Yeah. Do I need to say more?
Nah,
Like
not
just
really.
the way, I never saw him play like
None of us
live.
did.
But
Connor's old as fuck. But
yeah, bro. This guy ancient.
No, I'm joking. He's just a little.
No,
old.
but I never got to see him.
None of us
play.
saw
Like,
Shearer in his prime, but the clips are crazy.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of like back in the day, and the guy was just like, he was fast. He was always in the right position. His finish was just unbelievable, and like he wasn't just a tapping merchant either.
No, he's got
thunder cunt it
everything
all
you
the
want
time.
in like a striker. He's tenacious,
Brilliant
he's
head,
fast,
like,
strong.
He wasn't even that like
Technical
he wasn't really
ability.
like that big.
No,
like,
but he was strong. He was
just
bodying like
crazy
defenders for
strong,
fun,
but his
yeah.
heading was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he's
brilliant with the head.
crazy
And do you know what
player,
though? I
crazy
respect him more than pretty much everyone because.
more than me.
But you're
I'm the
dusty,
best to
innit?
ever do it in the podcast space.
Waffle.
Oh, shut up.
Well, that's the thing. He's always in the conversation.
Nah,
no
yeah,
matter
I think
what.
you can't have. Well, you can have a Prem 11 because I haven't got him in mind. But
Yeah, nor have I.
Nor have I. Nor have I.
but you can't talk about the Premier League and goal scorers
And
if you're not talking about Alan
yeah.
Shearer.
He's-
And
yeah, top
my
three.
last comment on Alan
Top
Shearer
5 maybe.
it's just that he obviously Blackburn, and he went to his boyhood club in Newcastle
And tore it up.
and tore up, and like he could have gone to United or whatever and won
I
everything.
think Real Madrid wanted it.
Yeah, he could have gone anywhere and he would have smashed it up as well, and we would have won whatever he wanted. And like this is what I'm saying, like having trophies to your name doesn't make you instantly like it helps.
it doesn't. It
It
helps.
puts you in the conversation and it does like
Yeah.
differentiate you between other players. But someone like Shearer who went there and I think they get to the FA Cup finals and like.
Yeah, for me,
Like, he done so much, and
Yeah.
that was for his club, and that's like something I respect.
It's more about
That's like what I do on like my
Yeah.
pro career mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to QPR and I take them all away.
for me, there's on the trophy debate. There's a difference between going to a club and going there for the sake of trophies, or doing something for like yourself and the passion. Of
Obviously,
football.
like Van Dijk's
say
at
if
Liverpool.
like Man City tearing up everything, and you're Calvin Phillips, and you go there to get a couple of trophies in your Wikipedia page, and then you move on. That's different to Alan Shearer turning down trophies to go to somewhere where he's going to be the best to ever do it at that club. There's a difference. Like, Alan Shearer could have made that move to get the trophies in his Wikipedia page, but he didn't. Do you get what I'm saying?
Weren't,
Like, that's what I'm saying.
weren't
Yeah.
Blackburn like the best team in the
They
country
were.
at the
Pretty-
time?
I don't-
though?
They were
think-
like in the
Yeah.
in the conversation. They won the Prem, but it was mainly solely because of him.
Because
And
of
then
Shearer,
they
yeah.
hit a decline when he left.
But who's his like striking partner? He was a sick player as well, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Could not tell
Who
you, to
was
be
it, Tom?
brutally honest.
I'm not going to commit and say his name. It was someone good though. Someone good. They had some good players back in the day. So
Yeah, no. Well,
I-
they had to sell assets and like
Yeah.
it just spiraled out of control for Blackburn. But yeah,
Mate, they're
Alan
on
Shearer
the
for
up now
me-
though.
Are they?
What's his name? The geezer scored against us. He hadn't scored. He scored like 4 goals.
Oh, they got
in,
that
like-
Chilean dude, didn't they?
They got
Brereton
is
Diaz.
Is it not Travis? Jarvis, I think.
I don't know. They
He
got Brereton
scored, he
Diaz.
scored an
in the
absolute
ball,
belter against us first game of the season. He hadn't scored in like 50 appearances before that, and he scored like 4 and 4 this season. And then yeah, Brereton Diaz. Like I don't know what happened. Yeah, this is a bit of an interlude. And obviously, I'm gonna talk about QPR, but the game, like,
Obviously.
there was a point where our centre back, they did like the what's the one where you spin them like Maradona.
Huh?
What,
The roulette turn.
yeah, they rouletted him. You know what? My brain's gone blank. Yeah, they rouletted Diaz, our centre back did, and then like just had bare Chilean people commenting on like every social media post. And every time we play them, or anytime we lose, it's just like this man in Chile have no fucking lives. Yeah, they're just out here,
Going out
just
here
South
violating the
QPR's
whole
Twitter page
country.
going, yeah, Brereton Diaz, like.
Coming out here,
Relax,
to
man.
violating the
Chill
whole
out. My man was
South
called-
American country.
My man was just called Ben Brereton about 2 years ago.
Right, who you got partner in Alan Shearer?
Off of my left striker, I've got perhaps one of my favourite
best
ever
to ever
players.
do it, mate.
That maybe the best to ever do it.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Heider Helgeson.
Nah, he's having ankles.
I'm having ankles, of course. He's the one and the only Thierry Henry. Just like that's it. I'm not going to talk about it. Done. I'll let
For
him
me-
talk about it. He's
yeah.
going to talk about it for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll
so,
talk about it for a
So
couple
yeah,
of
but
hours.
Thierry Henry just best goals per minute in the Premier League, I think.
Best.
Oh no.
Nah, he doesn't. But
It's
like,
the goals per game. Like him and Shearer, he's actually better than Shearer. Shearer had longevity.
you just every single clip of Thierry Henry
I think he's
is
the only,
something sensational.
only
like,
player
the,
to ever score 20 plus goals in 5 consecutive seasons.
the only player ever to get more than 20 goals and more than 20 assists in a season.
That's insane.
Imagine having a fantasy team
Oh.
and having a striker that scores 20 goals and 20 assists.
Just
Mate, that's crazy.
You'd be silly not to have him.
And,
Like the clips of him, he'll just run through like world-class defenders like Jamie Carragher. He'd have them on toast. Do you see that clip in the Champions League where Arsenal are winning 1-0 at Real Madrid? And he's time wasting and he runs it up to the corner flag and someone comes flying in and he dinks it over the flying in tackle and then goes to the corner flag and like holding off a couple of men. I was like, you're the most disgusting player. And he was for my club, mate. Imagine having like
he's
the reason that Arsenal must feel that about Messi.
He's the reason that like so many people fell in love with Arsenal.
Like
it's like just like if you're a kid, you fuck Graham Souness shit. You don't want to be him on the playground.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the fucking Gary Neville show. No one wants to be Gary.
Yeah, exactly.
No one wants to be. But everyone wants to be
Henry. Everyone wants to be Henry. You know what I mean?
I brought his football boots. I had fucking pictures of him on my wall.
Oh, you're a full kit wanker, aren't you?
Yeah, I actually might be. I just wish,
mate,
I was techie like that.
Thierry Henry, just different levels.
What's that Bruce Lee quote when he's like, "You move like water"? That was it. He just flowed
move
through
like
everything.
water. Go with the flow.
You're getting his bars in now.
No, that's not what, man.
Yeah, no, fabulous shout. I'll be fuming if we don't all have Thierry.
Yeah, I just the last thing I want to say about that is was it Carragher or Redknapp that said they tweeted saying if you go and put Thierry Henry in your all-time 11s, don't have him at left wing. Yeah, suck your mum.
So Carragher said, so there was loads of chat at the moment about people doing their all-time Prem 11s, and everyone's shoehorning like Shearer, Rooney, and Thierry in their teams. And to do that, they're putting Thierry at left wing. And he was like, oh, Thierry's not a left wing, blah, blah, blah. And then all the replies to Jamie Carragher saying that, Thierry at left wing, burning Jamie Carragher, just clips of him burning Jamie Carragher.
He was a left wing before he came to Arsenal.
Yeah. And he was left wing for like the first year at Arsenal.
Anyway, let's move on to your picks, Mr. Connor.
So, I mean, that was purely one of the reasons I was fully trying to shoehorn him in for left wing. I tried to squeeze him in, Thierry. I really wanted him. I didn't go for him, though.
He hasn't got him in his team.
No Henry.
No Henry.
Sure. I know that is the worst take of the day.
Genuinely, you've said Arjen Robben. He said Gary Neville, and he said Rooney at centre mid. You've said Ji-sung Park, and out of all of it, not having Thierry is the worst shout of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
but who have you got?
So I have got Wayne Rooney.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
get him out and put Thierry in.
He's what, second highest goal scorer of
Get him
all
out and put Thierry in.
In what position is this?
Sorry, is it 4?
No, so I didn't know what formation. I forgot what formation you were playing.
I've only got 2. I've only
got 2 strikers.
Oh, you play 4-4-2, didn't you?
Yeah, 4-4-2. So
Like
I got Wayne.
Because you said 4-4-3, man.
I asked him what formation he was playing.
Nah, moving on.
I asked him what position he was playing.
Arguably, I would honestly say Rooney is underrated in some cases. Like,
there is an argument. There is an argument.
Yeah, we've had him quite a lot in our conversation today. So, you know,
Tom started the conversation too early.
Yeah.
I know ball. I know everything you guys are going to want to talk about because I know this.
We're all saving the Rooney talk for when we hit the forwards. But this guy drops him in midfield, and now we've run out of Rooney conversation.
Who have you got partnering Wayne Rooney in your strike position?
I hate the fact that I've picked this guy as well. Can I just say, I hate him.
Right,
so much.
Stop there. Who do you reckon it is?
Luis Suarez.
Oh, that's a shout. I was lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say Suarez.
I was lost.
I think it could have been potentially Fernando Torres. Maybe not all time great, but just for pure vibes. But it is
Luis Suarez. Yeah, that is a massive.
Suarez.
When you said I hate that I've got him in there, I was like, I have no idea who.
How mad is that? He's got the most assists. Is it most assists in football history? Luis Suarez.
Second most to Messi.
I thought you were talking about in Prem, but you mean when he went to
mad, isn't it? Like that's so because you just think of him as like Uruguayan beast, like just always scoring goals.
Mate, he just get goals and assists. In that Barcelona team with Messi, Suarez, and Neymar.
He's the third best player of this generation behind Messi and Ronaldo.
That is a big shout, but I back it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, I picked him purely off maybe because I thought everyone would have Henry, but he's an unbellevably potent striker. When he played for Liverpool, if Suarez played well. Liverpool,
mate, Norwich
used to have nightmares whenever Suarez would line up, mate. He'd get 4 or 5 goals every time.
Yeah, it was horrific for them. Yeah, you know the one where he like missed the first like easy opportunity and he ended up banging 4
score screamers. Yeah.
And was it John Ruddy in goal? My man wakes up next to his wife in the middle of the night in sweats, and his wife has to pat him down. It's all right, John. Relax.
Honestly, Suarez, massive shout.
Yeah,
and
that's your only good shout.
He doesn't get his flowers in the Prem because he wasn't in the Prem enough, and he was in a Liverpool team that wasn't great, didn't achieve anything really. And so that doesn't give
He
him
got
the praise.
54 goals in his last 2 seasons.
What he should have done is sign that deal where Arsenal put in that 40 million plus £1 bid. Should have got him, and he should come.
And
out.
then you would have turned him into a stinky player.
Yeah,
Purely just as a player, though.
he would have had
even
Mesut feeding him. That would have been nice. He would have scored so many goals.
It would have broke every record.
Yeah,
nuts.
he would have scored so many goals.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you take him out of that
Suarez
Liverpool
for
team,
me
and just
outrageous.
just as a player, like unreal.
All right.
Great player, great player.
Tim Hooper.
Tim, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah,
I've changed your name after that disgusting Gemma Rowan shout. You're now Tim.
Cool.
He's had you there, mate. He's had you there, mate.
So on the left wing, I have, of course, gone for the legendary Henry.
Yep.
Nothing else needs to be said.
You start your game off of him, don't you, Tom? When we go Power League, your game is reminiscent of prime Thierry Henry.
What I say is, if I had cardio, I'd be Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
Like,
I say that about Tom when I see him on the
like
pitch.
I can give you 6 minutes of Thierry Henry. And then
I've seen Thierry Henry live in the flesh play disgusting football, and I've seen Tom Hooper live in the flesh play disgusting football.
I reckon Henry
Yeah.
is
Sometimes
scared.
I think they're on par.
You
Yeah,
ever seen Henri and Tom in the same room?
No.
No.
Just saying.
That's one of those ones. Thierry, yeah, very
Okay,
good.
good. Who
Yeah.
else you
Who
got?
else you got?
And then my striker, I think he had the best individual season in Premier League history, Luis Suarez.
Very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
I think.
Yeah, I'm glad you two have said him because genuinely he didn't even occur to me really.
Nah, he
but-
occurred to me, but I just
Yeah, so I'm glad
he
you said
matched
because
the all-time record scoring while missing in a single season while missing the first 5 games.
he fucking nommed on someone's
that's-
skin.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
bit
brilliant
mentally
striker.
not there,
Mate,
but-
you know the handball against Ghana?
Yeah.
He's a fuck guy.
Do you know what? Though? You'd love to have him on your team.
We should
Yeah.
do a best
Yeah.
11 of just fucked dons.
Yeah.
Like Ryan Giggs,
pretty sure I've already got
Luis Suarez, just all the fuck dons. John Terry.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
And then-
Suarez,
yeah,
great
so-
player.
Suarez, yeah,
And
and,
then-
even though he still got better at Barcelona, but he
Yeah,
was
100%.
still
why I hate
he was
him
still
so much.
first 11.
Because he's just
Who have you got
He's just
rounding
good,
out your squad?
And now I am going to get some flack for this, I think, because I am shoehorning someone in not their prime position, but he made me feel things, and I loved him so much. Eden Hazard.
It's not a bad pick.
I had him. So there was I'll try to explain what I had. Thierry at striker
Yeah.
and Hazard at left, but I binned off Hazard and moved Thierry to left.
Yeah.
But I agree, Hazard, he does make you feel things. As like a fan of not Chelsea, whenever you just play and you watch like Hazard's playing against your team, you're thinking, "Fuck me, he's good."
Yeah.
Yes.
I
good.
didn't even mind him destroying
Being good.
Arsenal because it was such
That game
a
where he
pleasure
like
to watch.
bodied Coquelin
Yeah.
in the centre of the pitch and then just dribbled through our whole team. It was disgusting.
top bins,
He's
mate.
so
Oh.
good.
Very
Such
good with
player.
his bum.
Yeah.
Like that was a big part of his game plan,
big
isn't it?
bum,
Big
big
bunda.
batty,
Yeah,
big
yeah,
batty,
yeah.
get all the
Why
way
you even
down.
put the camera on me when I talk about big batty and do that?
That's why. Gemma Owens, is this your don? Is this your don?
no.
This is why you're here, Tom. You bring the views, man. This is what people want to see.
Yeah, no, I agree. Fantastic player. Achieved pretty much the full shebang at Chelsea. Prems,
Champions League,
Europa League, all the good stuff.
Super League.
And like we said, on the pitch, he had that kind of Thierry energy where like
Yeah.
he's on the ball, you're like, fuck me, something's happening.
Because it's not even in the players we've picked, not all of them have like that star
Energy.
quality
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people feared.
Yeah.
Like they're like Ashley Cole, he's a sick defender and stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
think people went into a game like terrified of him.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But like Eden Hazard had people on ropes.
Yeah,
mate.
he's like
you just
people like
dribble
that,
and
yeah.
people just collapse at their ankles.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, it's mesmerising.
outrageous player. Outrageous player.
So
Shame he
Roz,
fell off.
finishing off our Premier League all-time 11s, who have you got in your attacking positions?
The boy Thierry Henry, like no doubt about it, best player to ever grace the Premier League, and I won't hear nothing about it. Up top, Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
I think there was a conversation like in my head about him and Suarez, but I think I'd rather Wayne Rooney on my team. I'm not sure why, because like you said, they're both great goal scorers. Both
I think
they
it's-
do everything, but for me, I think Wayne.
Prem
I think-
proven. Prem proven. I
Yeah,
think
but like
that's
so Suarez, I think
Yeah.
the Wayne. I think he's just got like maybe I was gonna say that star quality, but so does Suarez. They're very on par, but for me, Wayne Rooney makes you feel things a bit more. I think.
yeah, it's probably the side of England. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he's just very.
And like he said,
his work
he
rate
came in. So we've seen Wayne Rooney's whole like Suarez came into the Prem like in his prime. Where Rooney, we saw him at 16 years old at Everton.
Banging
We've
goals.
seen his whole career fucking banging goals at 16 against Arsenal. But we've seen his whole
Overhead
literally
kicking
16 to like 30 years old in the Prem dominating. And I think, Wayne Rooney for me, probably the best.
I think my favourite
I mean,
Rooney
one of the
moment.
greatest of the generation.
One of the best players
You know,
to ever
no,
grace
the
my
moment
sleeve.
where he's like mouthing off to the referee, and then the ball comes, he just hits it.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Smash.
Like,
So
literally,
fucking
like
rude.
it's
Such a- I mean,
second later.
He's had magic moments. I mean, I still think one of the greatest goals for me ever is that
Overhead kick.
Overhead kick.
Yeah.
I mean, just watching
Again,
that. I
just
think
do it
that's
against City, yeah,
you know,
crazy.
you're old enough and you're watching this happen, and it's against City.
Not quite Trevor Sinclair, but
Yeah, exactly.
Tom doesn't. Tom doesn't know who that is.
I know
this
who
dude.
Sinclair is. Yeah, I just don't give a shit about shit players.
That's my guy. He's had you
He
on
was not. He
burners,
was a
mate.
good
How'd you
player,
feel
though.
about that,
Trevor Sinclair
Luke?
was a good player.
Yeah, for your level.
What do you mean, bro? We were in the fucking Premier League, bro. We were in the Premier League, man.
Oh, he's nippled.
Reeling him
go.
in. Reeling him in.
Right, and then to round it off, I've got Mo Salah.
Do you know what?
Salah.
I was very
Wow.
close. He was my first honourable mention.
For me, Mo Salah won the Prem, won the Champions League. I know he hasn't won an abundance of Prems or an abundance of Champions League, but like we said, it's not about trophies. When Salah's on the pitch, he does things. Goal scoring, there's no one that's caught up with him fucking ever. In like the last 5 years, he's won like how many golden boots? I don't know. He just does numbers every season. So reliable, so good. Yeah. For me, it's Mo Salah.
That's it. The time he's been there as well, it's hard to top him.
Yeah,
Like
of the last 5 years in Premier League football, he's the best player to ever grace Prem.
Last
Yeah, I
5
agree.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's recency bias, though.
It's not though. Like
Nah, he is just very good.
he's very good. I think he'd walk
He-
into a
he
lot
is
of
exceptional,
the
yeah.
older gen teams that we're
Are,
talking
are
about.
you like? Would you take him? Do you think he's better than Hazard?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Do you?
think so.
See, I'd take Hazard.
I think his
over
output.
Salah.
I think his goal output is way better.
Hazard is good, but his output is nothing on Salah. Salah's output is a joke.
Yeah, I think they play slightly different positions. Like Salah's far more attacking.
Well, you look at how Chelsea was set up. Yeah, it was very much on the very much wide, and they played with a central striker. But like Liverpool, obviously they play with that sort of like false nine role. So they got Firmino or like they have Jota play that role, and it means they can advance their wingers further up the pitch, and they invert all the time. So like the wingers are the goal threats, not the striker. But with Nunez, it's changing. So
but that backs my point.
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah, maybe the first time on this
Wow.
podcast.
yeah, but
Yeah.
for me, Mo Salah, what a player.
yeah,
Mo Salah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's just.
Down
I think
the
yeah,
banger.
like I said, you just every time he plays,
He's gotta be in the
he'll
conversation,
He'll
yeah.
do something, and like when Liverpool kind of inevitably like Klopp leaves and he leaves, like he's getting on a bit now. He'll be talked of in that.
Do you know
conversation.
why I
Best to
like
ever do
that
it.
pick as well? It's because he
Because I said
stunk up the gaff at Chelsea and he came back to the Premier League and done it with Liverpool.
Yeah, yeah,
Love that.
I like that.
Love that. Before we finish, let's. I want 3 honourable mentions from each of you.
I actually haven't gotten on.
Yeah, so I'm putting
I'll
you
do it
on the
off the
spot.
dome. I'll do it off the
Off the
dome.
dome. This is where I'm really testing your football knowledge,
We'll get the new boys in though.
and I want all their transfer history, left foot, right foot. I want every detail.
You're a waffler, Tom.
I'm
Hit me
kidding.
with some honourable mentions.
I-
You had a couple.
I
didn't you?
had
Yeah, you had a
3
couple.
honourable mentions, and they're all from the same team. In fact,
Whoa.
yeah. I have KDB.
Yeah, good.
I think end of his career, he might go down as the greatest midfielder the Prem's ever seen.
Yeah, I like that.
So why is you're not giving Salah that kind of energy where like Salah, like the recency bias thing, like Salah and KDB have both got that this period of time, they're recent. Why is Salah not getting that energy?
Don't get me wrong, it's very marginal. Like I think De Bruyne is marginally better than your Gerrards, your Lampards, etc.
Yeah.
Marginally, I think De Bruyne
Shits
is
on them.
way
Shits on
different level. De Bruyne,
Technical abilities.
De Bruyne is
yeah,
one of the
technical
Yeah.
ability.
De Bruyne
but
is
better.
probably
there's-
maybe a top like 5 midfielder of all time.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
like the Xavi and Iniesta conversation.
Yeah, 100%.
If
100%.
he had retired 5 years ago or something, he'd be my team. But I just think we'll see in a few years.
I like that.
I think he's already done, like arguably.
done enough. Get him that
we
Champions
still
League.
talking
For the
about De
love
Bruyne.
of God, get the boy a
We're
Champions
still
League.
talking about De Bruyne, yeah.
Yeah.
I arguably think he's done more than enough already, and like we're thinking, how much more can he get?
But the boy deserves
But
the
like-
Champions League. He's
But
too
like
good.
what one of our main points of people like
Has he not won more
Lampard
titles
was
than
the
Chelsea?
200
Than,
goals and that
Lampard?
sort of thing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What, they won 5 in the last 6? Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
just crazy guy.
He's a crazy guy. Yeah, very good shout.
Yeah, there's
anyone
no
else?
wrong answer to this. Yeah, and then another midfielder.
That depends. I'll say it.
It was Torre. Like
Yeah,
I
that's nice.
said earlier, I
Nice,
had him
nice.
in my team. I had to take him out.
bloody Nottingham Forest, the one up against West Ham.
Let's go.
And Declan Rice
wow.
missed the penalty.
Oh my
Hey.
gosh.
Back to the news with Tom.
Yes, and nothing else really needs to be said. It's all been covered
Yeah,
about
Yaya, good
Toure.
player, outrageous.
Absolutely brilliant. That 2013-14 season.
Yeah.
Best midfielder in the world.
Connor.
I have one more. Thank you very much.
Shut up, Luke. For the love of God, shut up.
I'm just so sick
Well,
and
actually,
tired of comments.
I had 4, but
I said 3 football
yeah.
opinions.
So I'm going to give you 3, and then striker is my man, the best goal ever scored, Sergio Aguero.
No, I agree. That City dominance where they had David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Yaya Toure,
Yeah.
De Bruyne, company. That era of team. Give them like 10 more years, they'll be like talked about like
Navas?
the invincible Arsenal or the fucking old
Yeah.
school United. They'll get that kind of. They'll get their flowers, I think, in
Yeah.
like years to come.
They're flowers.
That's the saying, isn't it?
That's a nice way of putting
I
it.
didn't think that goal was that good.
Connor. Connor.
See, I'm panic. I haven't thought about this. So the panic
Off the
one-
dome.
I mean, off the dome, straight up, Ronaldo. I mean,
CR7.
born in Portugal, made in the Royal Navy. No, made in Manchester.
Poor place in Newcastle.
That was it. I mean, you know, arguably had his best days at Real
Real
Madrid.
Madrid, yeah, but still
not
tore it up.
arguably.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but
Tom's
sorry.
he's gassed up.
We'll bring it back to Rooney. I think the only reason Rooney sometimes doesn't come up in the conversation is because him and Ronaldo were fighting for that spot as sort of
100%.
the best player at the time. But you know, he's got. I always say this. So about Ronaldo and the Messi conversation. I think
You Ronaldo Don.
so. It's I don't really have an opinion.
I'm bad nipple.
here
Are
we
you
go.
a Ronaldo Don?
See,
No.
Oh, good boy. Good boy.
we'll get him in. We'll get him in.
Good boy.
I think Messi's the greatest footballer of all time.
Yeah.
But I think Ronaldo's the greatest player of all time.
How does that work?
How
How does that work?
So
We
the
got
game.
so many clips, man.
I'm getting
Oh,
flustered
mate.
and hot and sweaty.
I'll
Right,
let- I'll let that one stew.
I'm moving you on from that. I'm
let
moving
that
you on. So
I'll let that one
Ronaldo,
stew.
yeah.
I'll
Next
let-
one.
I'll let that one stew. I'm thinking quite. It's all coming from the midfield. Do you know what? Of recent times, I think you'll appreciate this. Maybe Riyad Mahrez. I like him a lot.
I do like Real.
That's a good shout.
Mahrez.
Him and Jamie Vardy carrying Leicester to their first
very good
ever
shout.
Yeah, yeah.
5,000
Yeah.
to 1 Premier
But
League
definitely
title.
not all time.
Not all time.
No, but-
I think if he's a sub,
I
on
don't
my
think
team,
he
How many
get-
Prems he got now? He's got to be on about 5-6 Prems.
Yeah, but he's not. For me, he's not even getting in like my first 3 Premier League all time.
what is it? Is this subs or
So
is
what, if
this
you made like
honourable
11
mentions?
and then another 11?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
another- Yeah. I agree.
I was
I
going to say,
agree
is
with
this
that.
subs or honourable mentions? That's the thing.
Nah, it's
On-
probably it's
honourable
on, 'cause
mentions.
these are just like
These
vibes.
these
Because that's the thing.
these are actually
Yeah,
just genuinely just page you like.
because
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
repeat I could obviously just put Thierry Henry.
Yeah,
in
no,
that
this
as
is
well.
just waffle,
But,
yeah.
Go on.
We're
Last
and I
one.
got one more. Oh gosh, who would I have? This is a tough one. You might have to
Nah,
come back for
look,
one
have
more.
you got any
'cause I
on
need
your-
to
on
think
your
about
mind?
it.
Yeah,
Hit me.
Hatton Ben Arthur.
Dead. No, I'm joking. A baller.
Bro, I'm here for vibes now.
Yeah, you are.
My opinions.
But if we're
my opinions mean
vibing out,
nothing.
I'd say like Santi Cazorla.
Yeah, nah. My honourable mentions would be, I would go for Rio Ferdinand because I didn't say
Yeah,
Rio.
Rio's a shout.
Rio would be up there. Beckham.
Oh, Beckham's
Beckham.
really, you know.
Really?
Beckham.
I see. That's the
Yeah.
thing because I wouldn't have him because I've just thought of mine now. But
And
I'll
my
let
last
you
one.
come back. I'll let you come back. Yeah, sorry.
Berbatov.
Berbatov. Yeah, I rate that.
Oh, I like
do you know
that.
what?
On the sound of Burr, Dennis Bergkamp.
That's who I had. That's
I was
who
just gonna
gonna-
round off-
Outrageous player.
I was going to round off a couple.
Is he the most technically gifted player to ever grace the Premier League?
That's
Perhaps.
it, yeah.
He might-
'Cause
he
I
might
can't
be.
Maybe not to rap,
That's
mid to
what
rap.
surprised
Maybe
me. He didn't come up today.
No,
and that's when I
he's-
just thought of
it's
him.
because
Yeah,
his
but-
position is so annoying to get into
Yeah.
an all-time team.
I've got a
Because he
duo.
plays like Cam centre forward, but you don't put that in a team.
I've got a
unless
duo.
you-
Yeah.
Hit me.
Demba Ba Papasise.
Oh my god, the
collection.
Papasise goal came on my timeline. The one where like, the
Unbelievable.
banana strike against Chelsea. It's so
Them,
good.
Michu.
Proper
If
curly
we're
whirly.
going vibes,
Straight vibes.
how's no one said Dimitri Payet?
Yeah, big vibes.
good
Big vibes. Good player.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone want to mentions, Roz? You wanna?
Nah, probably just a couple like Robert Perez, yeah.
Perez, yeah.
And then
Gilberto.
just like Freddie Ljungberg.
Ljungberg, yeah,
man,
baller.
all them man, good players.
Eddie Nketiah.
Jose Antonio Reyes. Rest in peace.
No one said Mekalele yet either.
Yeah, I said Makalele. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I said
Yeah, sorry,
Makalele.
my
When we
bad.
talk about Vieira, but
Didier Drogba.
Drogba, yeah,
Drogba.
yeah,
Oh,
but
my God.
Big did.
There's a lot of Chelsea players today, though.
People have the cheek to put Drogba in a conversation with Thierry Henry, and it does my
He's
nut.
not near the
What about
top
Rom?
striker on
Does
this.
my nut. Rom can get in the bin is where Rom can go.
did you finish
got a
thinking
better
about?
first
Did
touch.
you
He
finish
scored his
thinking,
first goal for Inter yesterday.
his first goal of the second
Oh,
spell?
first- yeah.
Have you thought about your final one?
Oh, it was Bergkamp. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was
it
good.
popped
That's
in.
convenient, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really
it's convenient, isn't
Should we
it?
round it up?
Let's round it up, guys. We've done a good job. Did you?
Hope you enjoyed us
Have you enjoyed
waffling
being
about
on here,
our 11s?
you
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah, Moise. Yeah,
There was a little bit of bullying, a little bit of mocking, but I knew expected that. So yeah,
You managed
You
to
might have caught yourself a new bird, though. We'll see what Jeremiah Owens has to say about your...
I imagine she's still with her Love Island Donny. So
Nah,
that's the
I
only
think
thing
you're
that hold
winning.
me
Actually, it'll
back.
last too long, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Oh, you can't say that.
Of course I can.
You can say what you want.
This is my podcast.
But yeah, no, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, no,
Really appreciate
it's
it.
been a pleasure.
It's been lovely to delve deep into your brains of your ball knowledge.
We'll
and
definitely have you back.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
do like a, I don't know. We'll have Tom and his, I don't know.
Tom's worst takes, part 2.
Where else can Tom shoehorn Wayne Rooney into a team?
I'm about to nibble again. I don't have
Get
worse
him out of it.
takes.
That's
I'm
nice.
sick
Yeah,
of
it's-
football.
yeah,
I'm
it's
sick
good.
of football.
Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Yeah, it's been a
it's been a
pleasure.
little bit of a special episode. Some
It's
special
been good.
boys.
Hope you've enjoyed.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Very much.
Shout out Podcast Room.
Podcast
Absolutely
Room,
sick
yeah.
studio to record your podcast.
We're gonna
If
put
you're
the
looking to do some IRL shooting.
yeah, we're gonna put the links down in the description.
Yeah, nah,
the
quality
guys have been lovely,
Yeah.
really helpful, and just brilliant. Yeah, it's a nice little place so get yourselves on down here. But yeah, no, it's been brilliant.
Yeah,
I've really
it's been
enjoyed this
BoreDraw.
one. Yeah,
Follow the
it's
socials. Been good.
Can
Follow
I,
the
shout,
socials.
can I shout someone out? I just like to. I know he'd appreciate this. So shout out Dan Rose because he's got some
No.
great.
Well, we're
opinions.
cutting that bit out.
That
Wait,
is
this is a
out.
reminder, Luke, in the edit. Cut that bit
been,
out.
can't have it out. Yeah, I'm like, and the rest of Tom's stuff.
Yeah. Just literally
Anyway,
everything.
guys, thank you so
Pleasure.
much for watching. It's been BoreDraw. Follow all our socials, everything in the description. Our Fantasy Premier League as well, down there somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been BoreDraw, and it's live.
See you later, guys.
Bye.